Hello. Lecture outline for this lecture is phases of compiler and what are the inputs and outputs of each phase. Second topic is translation of a statement by going through all the phases of compiler. Our first topic according to lecture outline is what are the phases of compiler. There are 6 phases of compiler: lexical analysis, our first phase. Second phase is syntax analysis. Our third phase is semantic analysis. Our fourth phase is intermediate code generator. Our fifth phase is code optimization. And our last sixth phase is code generator. These are the 6 phases of compiler. What are the inputs and outputs associated with each phase of compiler are: input to a lexical analysis is a source program, or we call a C program. Lexical analysis act as a scanner. It acts as a scanner. What is the automate tool that we use for lexical analysis is called Lex. Then what is the output that we got after the lexical analysis is called token. What is a token? Token is actually a class or a category. How we decided that class or a category? When there is a sequence of some characters that we call lexeme. First, let me explain what is a token. For understanding the token, you know a term that is lexeme. Lexeme is a sequence of characters. It means if I am reading int, int, first I read I, then I read n, then I read t. If I read int, these are the sequence of the characters. If these sequence of character, or we call a lexeme, match with some rules, matching with some rules, we call them the patterns. When if that lexeme match with a rule that this int belong to a keyword class, So we call it int is a token of keyword class. That is called as a token. Okay, now again come to the phases of compiler. After generating the token as an output of a lexeme, of lexical analysis, finally as an input it gives to the syntax analysis that we call as a parser. And what is the automate tool that we are going to use for a parser is called YACC, yet another compiler. Y stands for yet, A stands for another, compiler. An output for syntax analysis is a parse tree. Now, after syntax analysis which gave parse tree as an output, giving n as an input to the semantic analysis that we called a syntax directed translation, because it translates the parse tree directed by the syntax analysis and it generate an annotated parse tree. Annotated parse tree means we add the nodes to the parse tree that we receive from syntax analysis and give meaningful information to that parse tree that we defined after semantic analysis. An automate tool for semantic analysis is syntax directed translator. After giving an input to the intermediate code generation, that annotated parse tree is converted into 3 address code. An automate tool for intermediate code generator is automatic code generator. In code optimization phase, the 3 address code is now optimized by using various optimization techniques. We generated an optimized 3 address code. The automate tool for code optimization is data flow engines. After getting that optimized code generator convert that optimized code into the target code or an executable code we specify as an assembly language. All the 6 phases organized by the information is organized by a data structure that we call a symbol table. And the errors that are generated by each phase is managed by an error handler. Now these are the phases of compiler and these are the inputs and outputs we received after all the phases. Now according to lecture outline, our next part is translation of a statement through all the phases of a grammar. Take a single statement from all the source program as an example. Position equals to initial plus rate into 60. This is an single statement of my source program. I am taking it as my input to my lexical analysis phase. Lexical analysis phase convert this translate this statement into the form of the tokens. Here I identified that position is an identifier, initial is an identifier, rate is an identifier because they belongs to the identifier class, equals to, plus, multiply, they belong to the operators class. Here I mentioned it in the form of the tokens. After lexical analysis, ID1, my first identifier for referencing the position, ID2 for the initial, ID3 for the rate, and then 60. After this token generation, now I give this as an input to my next phase that I called syntax analysis. Syntax analysis convert this translation of a statement in the form of a parse tree. How parse tree is to be formed on the basis of the grammar rules defined in the form of the productions. So here I found that multiplication perform first, then plus, and then whole operation is assigned to ID1. So here I am taking ID3, my leaves, and 60, and then I perform multiplication. After this multiplication operation, I add them to ID2, and after performing this addition, I am assigning that value to identifier 1. These are my leaves, and I am performing this operation. Pick multiplication first, then plus for then assigning my value to equal to. It is based upon the production rules defined in a grammar. This is my parse tree for this translation statement. After parse tree, my next phase is semantic analysis. Semantic means that we are giving a meaningful information to this parse tree. How I giving the meaningful information? Firstly, I defined which value is not properly defined. Here I see identify is properly defined, identify 2, identify 3. But here 60 is not properly defined because I am not able to recognize whether it is an integer value, whether it is a real value. So I am adding a nodes to this leaf, that is 60, that we call an annotated parse tree. Take a leaves, I am adding this value that I am converting into real, and another node, and make it 60.0, and another load leaf, and then I am performing the multiplication in the form of same parse tree that I formed earlier in this previous phase. Then I perform plus with ID2, then I perform the assignment with ID1. All other leaves and information are properly defined, hence I am added only this information, that is 60 is int to real. Now we called it as an annotated parse tree. After semantic analysis, that generated the annotated parse tree, give it as an input to another phase that we call intermediate code generator. intermediate code generator generates the 3 address code for this annotated parse tree. How we construct an intermediate code for a single statement? What is 3 address code? Firstly, I defined what is 3 address code. 3 address code defines, we specified the code by having at most 3 operands. Take an example. Here I am having a statement that is A equals to B plus C plus D. This is not a 3 address code because we have 4 operands, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 3 address code I need to specify it in the form of the 3 operands by taking the temporary registers. Here I am taking T1 and I am assigning the value of 3 C plus D here, and then adding the T1 with B and assigning to A. Now this single statement is in the 3 address code by these 2 statements, because here we use only 3 operands, at most 3 operands. Okay, now apply this 3 address code in our main statement. Firstly, I am taking this part for of my annotated parse tree, and I am assigning it to a temporary register T1. So T1 equals to int to real 60, and then assigning next part T2 as ID3 into T1. Then next part T3 is ID2 plus T2, and then final is ID1 is equals to T3. ID1 equals to T3. This is my 3 address code for this annotated parse tree. After construction the 3 address code, I am giving it into the as an input to the code optimization phase. Code optimization phase applies various optimization techniques to optimize this 4-line code, so that to improve our time complexity and space complexity. Now here I see this T1 and T2 will be reduced in a single statement by assigning this value in here T1, replacing it with int to real 60, because here we use at most 3 operands. So first I reduce it in the form of the lines ID3 into int to real 60, because it is a single operation. Why I am assigning another temporary register to this single value int to real 60? In the same way I assign my value here, that rather than assigning T3 to ID1, why not I take ID1 here and remain same 3 operands for this intermediate code generation. So here I optimize the lines of this 3 address code. After code optimization, our last phase is code generation. These are our last 3 phases: intermediate code generator, code optimization, and finally is our code generation, where we generate our target code. We generate our target code in the form of assembly language. So our assembly language defined: move F, move the floating value of identifier 3 into the register R1. Then multiply R1 with 60. Here I mention it is a hash value of 60 to the register, and assigning that value to the register R1. Here I am assigning in this form, that move the floating value of ID3 to R1, multiply this 60 with R1 and assigning the same value into R1. Then I move ID2 into R2, move ID2 into R2, then add R1 with R2, and then move ID1 value of R2 into ID1, and finally ID1 contains all the information of this code. And this is the translation of a statement, and concluded that how we translate a single statement through all the phases. Thank you.